Are you losing your transplanted hairs typically at month 7 or 8 or even 9 after your transplant? And previously, for initial 6, 7, 8 months, your results were looking very nice and fantastic, and you seem to have very good density initially for 7, 8 months. Slowly but progressively, it's deteriorating. The hair volume has decreased and the density has decreased, and there is a higher see-through in the area where you got your transplant done. In this video, we are going to discuss 5 very important reasons why you can lose your transplanted hairs after 7 to 8 months or 9 months after your transplant. Please keep on watching this video till the end, because any one of reasons which we are going to discuss may be affecting your transplanted hairs. Friends, I am Dr. Satya Saraswat. I am a plastic and a cosmetic surgeon and a gold medalist in the field of plastic surgery. This gold medal was awarded to me by the Health Minister of India in the year 2007. I have been active in the field of hair loss treatments and hair restoration since 2006, when I did my super specialization in plastic and cosmetic surgery. I am a member of various organizations like American Society of Plastic Surgery, International Society of Aesthetic Plastic Surgery, American Board of Hair Restoration Surgery, International Society of Hair Restoration Surgery, and Indian Association of Hair Restoration Surgery also. I request you to subscribe to our channel so that you can get such important and useful, knowledgeable videos if you are interested in the field of hair restoration or are suffering from any of the hair loss problems. Now let's jump to the reason number 1, which is anagen desynchronization. Initially, as we all know, that the transplanted hairs, they undergo a shedding phase or the shock loss, which happens till around 2 to 3 months, and then the hairs start growing. Initially, all the hairs are in the anagen phase, which means all of them are growing. So after 7 to 8 months, some of the hairs will start undergoing the catagen phase, which is a transition phase, and further can enter into the telogen phase, which is the resting phase. And these resting phase hairs will again come back into the growing phase after a gap of 3 to 4 months. So typically at any given point of time, our scalp hairs, around 15 to 20% of them are into the telogen and the catagen phases, which means either they are transitioning from the growing to the sleeping phase, or they are actually in the sleeping phase. So this desynchronization typically starts happening after 7 to 8 months of the transplant. And if any of the other reasons which we are going to further discuss in this video is not applicable in your case, then probably this hair loss is due to anagen desynchronization. But it is presumed that all the transplanted hairs will not be in the growing phase forever, because that's how the human cycle is. Please like the video if you're liking the content till now. Now let's discuss the reason number 2 why you lose out some hairs. It is typically when some rare skin disorders may get activated, and one of the such disorders of the skin is lichen planopilaris. It's an autoimmune disorder, and it is, nobody actually knows what causes LPP or lichen planopilaris, but this is an autoimmune disorder where your own immune cells starts attacking your hair roots or the hair follicle and scars or closes the opening of the hair follicle, and hair follicles cannot grow out of this. It is being discussed sometimes that LPP can be activated even if it is in a dormant phase for a long time, many years. If you have that tendency, it can get activated after 7 to 8 months of your hair transplant. Another type of LPP is FFA, frontal fibrosing alopecia, which typically affects the frontal hairs and the outer lateral sides or the outer part of the eyebrows, and more commonly in females, but happens in both males and females. So both LPP and FFA can give rise to a loss of volume, and this can be progressive. So how to diagnose this? The diagnosis is simple. The doctor has to take biopsy from the areas where you are losing out your hairs, and typically 1 or 2 biopsy specimens of 3 to 4 millimeter each are taken out and sent to a dermatohistopathologist. These are the doctors who have done their super specialization in the field of pathology in doing biopsies of the skin, or especially the scalp part also. So it has to be checked by a specialized pathologist and not the routine one. Typically, if you're having a lot of itching, redness in your transplanted area, and your doctor has ruled out that there is an allergy to minoxidil, which can also lead to similar kind of itching and redness, then if it is not the reason, then you can always suspect lichen planopilaris and FFA and some other rare skin disorders causing the hair loss or hair volume. If it is just a minoxidil allergy, then just stopping it for a couple of weeks will lead to the symptoms going away. The symptoms will subside if you're stopping a minoxidil, but if it is not happening, then you can strongly suspect such disorders as we have discussed. If you have suffered from such kind of problem, please mention in the comment section below so that we can guide you about it. Now let's discuss the reason number 3, the reason why you can lose your transplanted hairs, and it's when you stop taking the medicines. Many a times patients who have undergone hair transplant, we have seen in our clinical practice, they just stop taking medicines, and sometimes when they read about some side effects of these medicines on internet, or they come to know about it from their friends. Absolutely important for you to discuss the need of the medicines with your treating doctor and discuss what should be the alternative if you are having any side effects from these medicines, rather than suddenly stopping these medicines, and this can definitely lead to some of such issues as we have discussed. If you want to plan out your hair transplant with us, please call us on the numbers mentioned here. Now let's discuss the reason number 4. It's due to medical illnesses or some stressful event couple of months prior to when you started losing your hairs, and this can affect not just a 7, 8 or 9 months, it can happen even earlier to that or even later to that, and this is known as telogen effluvium, where you lose your transplanted hairs. And we saw this typically in COVID period when a lot of patients lost their hairs. One such patient had undergone a hair transplant with us and his hairs were growing out nicely, but then he got admitted to hospital and was diagnosed with COVID. He had to be in ICU for a couple of weeks. When he came out of the ICU, he observed that a lot of his transplanted hairs had fallen off. So this can also be a reason. One such reason we have discussed, another separate hair loss issue in females after pregnancy, video given in the link above, so you can watch that. If you're a pregnant female or you have undergone a hair loss post pregnancy, then this is a video for you to watch out for. Coming to the last reason, which is also a very important reason why patients can lose hairs, the density can start looking suddenly low, is that at the time of transplant they had a lot of hairs which were very thin. They were vellus hairs, they were already thinned out to a great extent. If you have stopped medicines or the medicines are not working out for you, you can lose these hairs which were present. As you can see in this photo I have shared on the screen, on the one side you can see before the transplant he had a lot of hairs on the crown, mid scalp and the front, and after 1.5 years of the transplant you can see that he has lost his previously existing hairs in the crown, especially where we did not do the transplant, and now his density appears to be on the lower side. Also please remember that the density at which we do the transplant is around 40 to 50% of the normal density. We do not do hair transplants at the same density as in your donor side, because we have to leave a lot of hairs in the donor side as well, and if we try to put them too close to each other, it has been found in studies that this can decrease or jeopardize the blood supply and can decrease the growth of the transplanted hairs also. So if you lose out the existing hairs, they fall out, then only if the transplanted hairs remain there, this can lead to gradual loss of hair volume or decrease in the density which you were seeing initially. So if you are taking medicines, please do not think that these medicines after the transplant like minoxidil and finasteride are only for the transplanted hairs. They are there to keep your existing hairs healthy also. In our practice, we have found out this to be one of the major reasons people stopping the medicines, losing the hairs, and then even if you restart your medicines at a later date, then hairs which have fallen out are not going to grow back again even if you start them after a gap of 3 to 6 months. So in a very close connection with your treating doctors in the clinic and keep on discussing these important issues with them. Please share this video with your friends or colleagues or anybody you know who has suffered from this problem, and if they want, they can reach out to us on the numbers we have given on the screen. Please watch the video on the left if you want to know the tips or the home care tips for your hair loss, and to see one of our recent hair transplant results, please click the video on the right. Thank you very much.